Okay, we are moving into a model 6 now. Model 6 is actually to form a new quadratic equation. Now you only can do a new quadratic equation if you have the sum of the root and the product of the root of that particular quadratic equation. If let's say you already got a sum of the root and product of the root, the equation is x squared minus sum of the root, then x plus product of the root equals to 0. That means to find any quadratic equation, step number 1 is to find the sum of the root and product of the root. Then secondly, we're going to substitute into the formula above. This is the formula given. So that means we have 3 formula altogether in this chapter. 1 is a alpha square plus beta square equivalents to alpha plus beta bracket power 2 minus 2 alpha beta. This is the first formula. Second formula is if you are given a quadratic equation, ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0, the sum of the root is negative b over a and product of the root is a c over a. Now, the third formula is if you need to find the quadratic equation, then the quadratic equation's formula is the x squared minus sum of the roots x plus product of the roots equal to 0. So this is the third formula. So now we are going to take one example. Let's say we go to move into examples, question number 7. Okay, if you look at question number 7, okay, 7a, you are provided, okay, let's say you are given with, question A, where the sum of the root is half and the product of the root is negative 5, then we need to find what is the quadratic equation. So this is a standard equation. So what is the sum of the root? Sum of the root is half and product of the root is what? Negative 5. So when you substitute like this, you already got the answer. So this is the answer for new quadratic equation. Then you simplify. Example 2. Let's say if we got negative 1 and 2, so this will be what? Negative 1 and this will be what? 2. So you substitute the sum of the root here as negative 1 and 2 here into the formula. And let's look at the third one. If third one, I got the sum of the root is negative 3, so substitute here as negative 3 and product of the root is what? P, then put that P. Now if you want to simplify, then you will get x squared plus 3x plus p equals to 0. That will be the equation. Then next one, we have a q and 2. Therefore this will be the q and this will be the 2. Therefore you got the equation as x squared minus qx plus 2 equal to 0 as the quadratic equation that we need to find. Let's say we need to find the next equation. Okay, next equation. If let's say there is a here q minus 2, then here will be minus 2. Right? So here will be minus 2. So close the bracket. Okay, now we go to question E. Let's say if we got question E. Okay, you got question E. You got the 5 over 3 as this one and sum of the root, and this is negative 2. So substitute here as a 5 over 3 and put the negative 2. Now since that's a fraction, you can times everything with 3. Therefore you get 3x squared minus 5x times here 3. So you get minus 6 equal to 0. So this will be the quadratic equation that you're looking for. Now this is an example if you know the sum of the root and product of the root. Let's look into how this question is going to come out in exam. So to answer this question, you need to refer to question number 8. Okay, when you look at question number 8, okay, the second example of the quadratic example of model 6. Okay, when you look at this equation, you are given alpha and beta is a root of the equation of 2x squared minus 5x minus 2 equals 0. Find the quadratic equation which has a root alpha of 4 and beta of 4. That's a question. So first thing I need to find out what is the sum of the root and product of the root of this equation. So I found that the 2x squared minus 5x minus 2 equals 0 has two root, which is alpha and beta. So from here, the sum of the root is alpha plus beta, which is a negative b over a. So negative times negative 5 is 5 over 2. And product of the root is what? C over a. So that will be negative 2. This is a negative 2 over 2 equals to negative 1. Now I'm going to find what is the sum of the root and product of the new quadratic equation, which is alpha of 4 and beta of 4. So the alpha of 4 and beta of 4 will have the new sum of the root and product of the root. Okay, you can see clearly here. Now, the alpha of 4 and beta of 4, the sum of the root, you plus both of them, you get alpha plus beta of 4, and alpha or beta from the just now will be giving you negative 5 over 2. So that means 5 over 2 divided by negative 1, you get negative 5 over 2. That's the sum of the root. And product of the root is alpha of 4 times with beta of 4, you get alpha beta over 16. So alpha beta is what? Some product of the root just now is negative 1, so negative 1 over 16 give you negative 1 over 16. Now we need to find the quadratic equation. Then the quadratic equation, this is the standard formula. X squared minus sum of the root, x plus product of the root equals to 0, and sum of the root is negative 5 over 2, and substitute inside here, and product is substitute inside here, then you'll get this. Now if you look at this question, the fraction here is 2 and fraction here is 16. So everything you actually can times with 16. So if you times with 16, you got 16. So here negative 5 over 2 times with 16, 2 times 16 divided by 2 is 8. 8 times negative 5 is negative here, positive, so 8 times 5 is 40x. And in times here negative 16, you get negative 1 over 16 times with 16, you get negative 1. So this will be the quadratic equation. So now I have done two examples. One is for how to write the equation, and second is one other partial, how to do the partial question.